Subscribe to ULO and get all our weekend racing coverage, with more races covered on our website at ulo.co.uk. Remember that every race of the Cheltenham Festival will be covered on this channel, and check in on Spotify for the ULO Weekender podcast, covering in-depth analysis of the big races coming your way. With the Cheltenham Festival just over a week away, this weekend sees the last proper opportunity for trainers to get a run into their festival chances. There's a good meeting up at Kelso, where Dan Skelton could be in for a very good day, but more of that later. Down at Newbury Park, Vincenzo can land the Greatwood Gold Cup for Sam Thomas. He'll like the soft ground, and this new trip, so can defy the hit from the handicapper for his latest win at Sandown. Up at Doncaster, Miss Cynthia can score for Lucy Wadham in the listed mares novices hurdle, while White Rhino can take the Grimethorpe. This first season chaser was last seen lining up in the King George VI at Kempton Park on Boxing Day, where he only got as far as the third when unseating Henry Brook, but he's suited by flattish tracks so can make amends here. Richard Hobson's Some Scope, and Harry Fry's High Mac, should both get involved, while course winner We've All Been Caught completes the shortlist. With top-weighted Twig giving £5 to White Rhino, Henry Brook will just need a clear round of fencing to be right in the mix at the sharp end. Also on Kelso's card, look out for Ben Pauling's Vanderpole in the Premier Novices Hurdle, and Emmett Mullins's Vicio in the Moor Battle. Saturday's nap is Grey Dawning, going to post in the Premier Chase. Freshened up after a break, Dan Skelton's Grey Dawning should be winning this before heading to Cheltenham for his next assignment. Not seen since putting in an uncharacteristically poor show in the King George VI chase at Kempton Park on Boxing Day. This second season chaser is highly thought of in the yard, confirming all the promise at last year's Cheltenham Festival when landing the Turner's Novices Chase. That Grade 1 form should make him a hot favourite for this before his next date in the diary, the Cheltenham Gold Cup. The progressive Iroko rates the main danger, but it's hard to get away from Grey Dawning for this listed contest. Our next best is Ace of Spades. Next up in another race that can go to the Skelton brothers, on what could be a terrific day for them up here at Kelso. With a win at Cheltenham's Autumn Festival in the book, followed up by a win here the following month, Ace of Spades goes for the hat trick, now stepping into handicap company. The smart prospect Mr. Bramley rates the danger, as he's now 4 from 6 over Timber for Jed O'Keefe, but Ace of Spades is on a roll, so gets the vote. In what could be a defining statement of intent for Dan and Harry Skelton on the eve of the Cheltenham Festival, Real Stone has a brilliant chance to get things underway for the pair going great guns this year. Despite carrying top weight, he looks an enticing pick for this handicap chase. He made all at Wetherby 4 weeks back in an unchallenged run under £3 claimer Tristan Durrell, and earned a £6 nudge up the weights for that impressive victory. But with Harry Skelton taking up the reins, a big run is on the cards. Alan King's Helnwine looks sure to go close, but the Real Stone is easy to back in this field of 6. Over in Ireland, Willie Mullins is sharpening his team up for the annual assault on Prestbury Park, and can start with a win in the Flying Bolt. Willie Mullins' Champ Keeley wasted no time in getting off the mark over fences when scoring at Fairyhouse, and sets the standard in this field. With Gordon Elliott's What's Up Darling yet to convince over fences, Gearoid O'Loughlin's Jeannot Lapin looks the likely danger, but Champ Keeley has taken a while to start his chase campaign, but is so lightly raced after just the 10 starts under rules, there's surely more to come. Paul Townend is in the chair, and Champ Keeley is the one to beat. Next up is the Webster Cup chase, where El Fabiolo has to be a hot favourite. In a race that's going to be dominated by the Willie Mullins pair of El Fabiolo and Grange Clare West, the former has to be first on the list with Paul Townend aboard. That said, El Fabiolo needs to get a clear round of fencing in to assure victory over his stablemate. While Grange Clare West moved up in the pecking order in the Closutton yard, when a fine 4 3/4 length second to Galopin des Champs in the Gold Cup Chase, at the Dublin Racing Festival. El Fabiolo is prone to the odd error over fences, so that's the gamble. But given a faultless round, hard to oppose.